If you want to learn how to do sound, which is a really cool job, we're going to go through the motions here, show you how to do the setup, and show you where everything is. Here's our sound booth. This is where we start. Let's go get the sound stuff. The world famous half-ass closet. Here's the main sound thing. It's all folded up nice and together. Come on in. The rest of all of our stuff is here, where it says microphones. And when you put things away, make sure that somebody hasn't put something there. Just move it out of the way and put the thing back, because people are always taking your space. And you gotta fight for it. Fight for each space. Let's get this thing and carry it out. And you, who needs CrossFit when you got a sound system? It's good exercise. Here's where it gets tricky. You want to separate the speakers from the little sound system thingy by flicking the switch there. Ow. Watch out, you pinch your fingers. And one of the speakers goes on this side of the stage. The other one stays right here. And this thingamabob goes over here. All the cables are in the back here. The AC cord and the speaker cables. Here's the AC cord, goes into this here, hello, power strip, which you plug into the wall. Then you're all powered up. Everything that you plug in for the sound will go into that power strip. All right, so to plug in the speakers in, plug the left one is on top. And plug it in, the little plug-in thingy is right here, like so. And you just do the same with the right one. Here we are. Here's all the microphones and stuff. Here's the box with the iPod, right? And all of the cables that go with it. We just scoot that over there. We'll deal with that in a minute. And then the first microphone here on top is the pastor mic. It's green. So everything is color coded in this thing. You see the cable's green, the thing is green, this is green, the plug-in is green. The antennas are not green, but they should be. So the first thing you want to do is get this thing out of here and plug in the antennas. You just poke them in and twist them and turn them up like that. And then you plug in the power here, and that'll plug into the power strip. And then the cable that goes to the soundboard goes right there. And then just leave it on the floor, it'll be alright. Bring the cable over there. And this is a microphone that goes with it, and we'll talk about details about how that goes on and everything later. The other microphone we use is in the Shure box. And it is the yellow microphone. Everything is yellow. It's a wireless mic. It goes on the boom mic stand over by the reading stand. The cable. Now it said little antennas are already attached. Alright, here's the power. Plug it into the AC there. And it's on the right channel. It should be on channel 9. If it's not, we might have to do a tutorial later on how to change it to channel 9. Make sure it's on 9. And the cable, right there. And that also goes over to the, once I get all the knots out of it, to the soundboard. In order to turn the power on here, it's a switch right above the AC cord right here. Turn that on. And the little green power light will come on here. And this is where we plug everything in. All these cables coming from the wireless transmitters. Green is pastor mic. Make sure they're all turned down so you get some, that's because this isn't turned on yet. It's making horrible noises in there. Which fortunately we can't hear. Yellow is the handheld, like so. Now we're going to also plug in the iPod with its various cables. Here's its little plug-in, which we'll put in over there. And then there's this cable. This is what comes out. This takes the sound out to record the sermon. And so we take the big end and plug it here at the blue where it says podcast. Blue. And this end goes in whatever end. Right here. iPod. Now, sometimes we want to play music too, so there's an audio cable in here that's red. I don't know why it's red, but it is. Because it doesn't have anything to do with the picker. And you can plug it in here. We can do close-ups. Plug it in here, and then plug it into the stereo here. And that way you can have the in and the out on the iPod at the same time. The one thing you do not want to do, you do not want to, when this is sound, the sound is turned off now, but you do not want this to be turned off and the sound up, because it will make the most hideous noise. So make sure that when nobody's talking in this, it's turned all the way down, because sometimes the people who are talking turn this off, and then it goes wah. Okay? Now here's how you turn it on. Stop that light blinking. The power button is on the side here, and you just push that. That works. You can see here, this will tell you how much battery you've got left. It's got a little battery, and then it's got the level right to the right. I don't know if you can see that, but this is fully charged. Then the next thing you want to do before you hand it off is push the mute button. When the power's on, the red button will be on. When it's muted, the little yellow button will be on. And then you hand it to whoever's doing the sermon, and with that mute button pushed. And you see this is like totally calmed down now. And then they can push the mute and push the unmute when it's their turn. So that's that one. Now, this one is pretty easy. To turn the power on, here's the power button right here. It says mute, but it's actually a power button too. So you push the button. Okay, you push the button and you hold it. The light turns green. Now, if the light comes on, but it's yellow, that means you need to change the batteries in that. And since I'm holding it here, I'm just going to show you how to do that. You just unscrew the end here, and there's a thingy that I can never remember there. It just takes 2 AA's, and there's usually there's a bag of batteries in the plastic box. So keep an eye on that. If you see that go yellow, you know you need to change batteries. If you need to mute it, just push it once really quick, and then that means it's muted. But if it's not muted, then it's turning orange. Check your batteries. Okay, that one's ready to put up. One of the most critical things that we do is we record the sermon so that it can go up on iTunes and be posted online and go out into all the world. So to do that, you go to Voice Memos, and you can see that all the old sermons are there. The best way to do it is sometime when it's just quiet or nothing's going on, but well before the sermon, go ahead and push record, and it'll start recording, and you can see that it's working. And if there's a microphone, you can test it. You'll see when whoever's giving the sermon gets up, go ahead and give them some lead time while the noise is everybody's shifting around. And you'll see that when someone starts talking, you get to see the little jumpy lines going up and down, and you know that it's working. Now, if they're talking in the mic and it's not happening, then you might want to make sure somebody's microphone is on, it's not muted, or there's something else going on. Anyway, then when the sermon is done, you hit this to stop it, and then you go done, done, and then you give it a name. I usually include the date in a name somehow, so you know which Sunday it is and who's given the sermon. And then that will get emailed to John, who will take care of the podcast. John has put white dots where everything should be, and for the most part, like these here, they probably just get bumped around. We don't mess with them. You know, they're there, they're okay. Keep an eye on this one. Occasionally it gets pushed way over here and makes the sound super muddy. So double check them. Just make sure they're on the white. There's volume, tone. And then the levels here. So when somebody's talking with the pastor mic, turn that up to the white dot. And keep an eye on here. Make sure it's not going into the red. And like with the prayers of people, it's hard for it even to get registered. Turn it up as high as you can without getting feedback. And then the handheld mic, when somebody's reading or doing the prayers, right around that level there. And that should keep everything at the right sound and right where we need it to be. Now the wireless microphone, the yellow one, goes out here where the reading stand is on the boom mic. So loosen that up. Loosen, lefty, righty, lefty, loosen. Apparently both are tight this way. Lefty, loosey. There we go. So this point right over here, because these people are shy about the microphone, you got to get it as close to them as you can. And then it's turned on. Make sure it's turned on, not muted. And point right there. I'm about 5'9", so I put it so it's kind of pointing at my chin. That covers most people. And a lot of people will move it anyway. So, righty tighty. And we're ready to go. Thanks for watching the video. Like I said, not hard, easy to do. And we'd love to have more people come and help. And it's just a great way to be involved in the house. And you get to be silly and, shit like that. So. Back when I was a kid on the farm in the Ozarks with the outdoor toilet, we didn't have no indoor plumbing. It's more than just a movie about hair. Do we need to have a hard hat with this job or what? Voila. Or viola, as the case may be.